What's up? Welcome back to YouTube channel. My name's Scott Willie, local real estate agent here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. In the past, we've shown you kind of entire cities and kind of what different towns look like in Utah. Today we're in Daybreak, which is a community in South Jordan in Utah. But Daybreak is a whole different beast compared to some of the other videos we've done today. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to show you what the Daybreak community is like. If you've ever seen The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, Daybreak is essentially the modern day version in Utah of The Truman Show. Daybreak has its own communities, it has its own HOA, it has a ton of different amenities, and it's really its own little town, even though it's within the jurisdiction of the South Jordan city. So stay tuned, we're gonna check out some really cool stuff today and show you everything you would ever wanna know about Daybreak. The first pro of living in Daybreak is, of course, the amenities. They have more fitness centers, parks, they do events in the summertime, concerts in the park. I mean, there is no better community in all of Utah, and arguably probably one of the best in the country if you're looking for things to do and building a community of people and just having tons of amenities at your fingertips and oftentimes within walking distance of your house. Daybreak is the perfect spot if you're looking for a community with tons of amenities. So when I say Daybreak has everything, they truly have any amenity you can think of, to include churches scattered throughout the community. You can see behind me is one of them. It is very easy to walk to grocery stores, parks, and even places of worship. Daybreak is a very convenient place to live for sure. So the first con, and something you need to be aware of if you decide you want to live in Daybreak, is the HOA. The Homeowners Association here is very involved. They run all the community events, all the amenities, and because of that, it tends to be a higher HOA. So there's actually two HOAs. There's the master HOA that covers all the different facilities and maintenance upkeep, and depending on which sub-community you live in, sometimes there's a second HOA that covers the amenities and the community assets of that particular neighborhood. So when you add all those up, it can be a little bit of expensive if you have a certain monthly budget that you're trying to stay under. And with where interest rates are right now and how expensive homes are, I've seen some communities in Daybreak where you're ended up paying $500, sometimes $600 a month just in HOA fees, because add to that the potential for assessments if they need to redo the roof in the townhomes, if they need to upgrade something within the neighborhood. It can get very expensive to live here. So I want to show you what some of the new construction options look like in Daybreak. Because this community is really growing, there's a lot more residential building going on, and when you drive around, especially the southwest portion, like the newer portion of Daybreak, you see tons of new residential areas. So right now we're standing in the model homes of Homes is one of the builders here in Daybreak, and we're gonna walk through their house just so I can kind of give you an idea of what you could get if you wanted to go the new construction route in Daybreak. This is a single family home. It's Homes Nightingale is the name of the model. Really cool house, almost up to 3,600 square feet. This one's currently built out as a 3-bedroom, but you can actually finish the second half of the basement and add up to 6 bedrooms, which is really cool. So let's walk through this one and I'll show you what this house looks like. So right now we're standing in the main entrance. You've got the kitchen, this open concept with the living room. What's really cool is Homes will even do this like pitch ceiling, not only in the living room, but also in the master, which we'll show you. I personally love these dark cabinets and the white countertops. You have a ton of countertop space and a lot of storage space. But let me walk you through this side of the house and show you just how cool these houses are. So like I said, pitch ceiling in the master, just like you have in the living room. And then master ensuite, very nice. So this particular model, you have the separate shower and tub, and dual vanity. Of course, you have the granite or quartz countertops and this massive walk-in closet. My wife would probably take up like 90% of this, and then I would get this nice little corner here with like 3 or 4 shelves, but there's plenty of space in these walk-in closets. Let's go check out the guest rooms. So mudroom on the other side of that door would be the garage. This is where your washer and dryer would go. And then I'll show you both of the guest bedrooms in this particular model. What's really cool, you have 3 bedrooms upstairs. That's really important for a lot of people that have like kids and they want to make sure they're in close proximity to maybe a nursery or, you know, little kids. So you have these 3 bedrooms on the main level. Here's the guest bathroom. And here's the 3rd guest bedroom on the main level. Very modern aesthetic, very warm and inviting. Now let's go check out the basement. What's cool about a lot of these new construction homes, you can either get a quick move in like this one would be, where they've sort of designed it for you, or if you want to build from the ground up, you can pick a lot of these extra little features and kind of decide what color palette you like and kind of what design you want. So let's go check out the basement. So here's your finished basement. This is the finished portion. So right now in this model, it's like 50% finished. You have this really cool like mother-in-law suite down here. Okay, let me show you what the unfinished portion looks like. This is where you can decide how big of a house you want and how much you want to spend. But we have several hundred square feet down here. You could add another 3 bedrooms and a whole nother bathroom down here. You can see it's already hard plumbed for another bathroom. This is pretty common with new construction, honestly, across Salt Lake City, is they'll finish the upstairs, sometimes they'll finish the downstairs, but add an extra cost. In this case, you're probably looking, don't quote me on this, but probably 30 to 40,000 if you wanted to finish the space and add up to 3 more bedrooms. So hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of a new construction. If you're looking for a brand new home, there are tons of opportunities in Daybreak and several different builders you can choose from. So right now we're standing in a townhome in Daybreak. This isn't even a new construction townhome. This is an existing one that was built several years ago, and it still looks like a brand new townhome. A lot of people like buying townhomes in Daybreak because you get not only all the amenities that come with the community, but you're getting some really well designed homes. So there's condos here, there's single family, there's even some twin homes, but I would say a lot of people intentionally choose to live in the townhomes in Daybreak because they're so well designed. There's a bunch of builders, and we'll show you some later in the video, that are really the preferred builders in this community. But I just want to show you real quick what these townhomes look like on the inside. Beautiful townhomes. This one's kind of more of an open concept. We've got 9-foot ceilings, living room, open dining room, kitchen area. I couldn't even tell you how long this island is, but it's probably at least 8 feet long. So really cool space, really modern aesthetic, really good natural lighting. And I'll even show you how they got creative with some of the garage spaces in Daybreak, because you can access it, you know, street parking through the front door, or you can go through the side alley, which is in between 2 sets of townhomes, and actually pull straight into the garage from the other side of the house. All right, so we're upstairs. There's 3 bedrooms up here and 2 bathrooms, which is very common for these townhomes in Daybreak. So behind me are 2 of the guest bedrooms and the guest bathroom. And then if you want to follow me into the master, I'll show you what kind of makes these townhomes stand out a little bit. So downstairs we had like 9-foot ceilings. In here, I think the ceilings are even taller. These are like 10-foot ceilings. So you have these super tall ceilings. And then as you can see behind me, these really tall, big windows that let in a ton of natural light. We have a walk-in closet here to my left, to your right. And then if you want to turn the corner here with me, I'll show you the master ensuite. And what I appreciate is dual vanity, which you don't always see in townhomes, tiled floors, and they did quartz countertops like you would see on the island downstairs. Currently, there's a couple of professional sports teams in Utah. Of course, everyone's heard of the Utah Jazz NBA team. We also have the Real soccer team and a few others. Right now, we don't have a professional baseball team, but we do have the Salt Lake City Bees, which is a AAA baseball team. Their stadium is currently downtown Salt Lake City, but we are standing in the new site of the Salt Lake City Bees baseball team. So you see the sign behind me, we're really close to downtown Daybreak. And if you look out across this giant empty field of mud, this is the site of the new Salt Lake City Bees stadium. really close to downtown Daybreak. So right now we're actually standing inside Daybreak's fitness and community center. In fact, I'm standing on the indoor track, which comes in handy when it's like 35 degrees outside like it is today. There's even this indoor basketball court, and then behind me is the actual weight room and fitness center that anyone who's a resident can use. You just type the app, and it unlocks the doors. So there's pretty tight security and can be used for residents, whenever they want. They even do events here, so on like Saturdays they'll have bazaars set up and tables set up for community gathering, and you can even rent some of the spaces next door if you want to host your own private fitness class, or if you want to utilize some of their extra classrooms. All along these hallways are these different fitness center classrooms that you can sign up for, so it's a really, really cool feature and something you get access to if you live in this community. The second pro is going to be the overall community itself and just how close that you can get with your neighbors. There's tons of things that are nearby that it's very easy to connect with your neighbors. And the houses tend to be in these very tight-knit communities where it's just very easy to get to know who your neighbors are. So maybe that's a con if you're the type of person that wants a ton of privacy, but if you're into community living, Daybreak is the place. So right now we're in the commercial side of Daybreak. This area is called Soda Row. It's where all the restaurants and the shopping centers and all of the local businesses are located here. Because we're so close to residential areas, we are a very short drive away from grocery stores, restaurants. That's what makes Daybreak unique. It's basically its own little town. So we'll walk down the sidewalk here and show you a couple of the local restaurants. The second con of living in Daybreak is the houses and the neighborhoods tend to be built very close together. So if you're the type of person who's looking for a massive yard, a huge plot of land, a half acre, you're not going to find that in Daybreak. They intentionally built these communities very close to one another, and sometimes the houses can be right next door to each other, even the single family homes. So right now we're standing in the Break. It's a super popular restaurant in Daybreak. It's kind of a sports bar, as you can tell with the pool tables next to me. We're standing upstairs in kind of the bar area, but downstairs there's a whole restaurant with some awesome local food. It's one of my favorite places to eat in all of Daybreak. The third con is going to be the overall lack of control as a homeowner. Like I said, the HOA is very involved. They have very, very strict rules. If you wanted to paint the exterior of your home, you have to get permission from the community because they have very specific rules on two homes can't be the same color next door to each other. You have to have a certain amount of diversity and variety of even the exterior of the color of the home within a street. So if you're looking to have complete control of what you can do to your house, Daybreak might not be the place for you. Not only are there some really cool restaurants and things to do in the downtown area of Daybreak, they even have things like gyms, salons. We're standing outside of one of those gyms right now, F45. And that's what's nice about Daybreak, kind of a one-stop shop. You're a quick drive from all these different things in downtown Daybreak. Pro number 3 is the fact that Daybreak continues to grow. Not only are they building more residential neighborhoods for more people to move here, but the amenities and what they offer is also expanding. From the Salt Lake City Beast Stadium moving here to the new Larry H. Miller Megaplex complex that they're building, they're just continuing to add things that is attractive and makes you want to move to this area. Hopefully this video was insightful. Daybreak has a ton to offer as a community. It is a very unique neighborhood. I've sold several houses in this area and it's attractive to a lot of people. If you have any questions, please reach out. My team and I would love to help you. My contact information is in the description below. Thanks for hanging out with me today.